Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's meditation with me, Jill Pulowski, here at Vitalia in Strongsville, Ohio. It is getting warm outside. Finally, it's getting toasty, maybe in some places more than others. It's been kind of a slow get to summertime. It's been in the 60s, sometimes back down in the 50s. But now I think we're at a steady pace. We're in the 80s, we're going up into the 90s this weekend, and it's gonna get hot. And sometimes that's a good thing. We here in the Midwest think about winter, snow. We complain when it's cold. We complain when the sun's not out, and then when summer gets here and the sun's out and it's warm and hot and humid, we then complain about that as well. So sometimes we can't win, but you have to pick your poison. Would you prefer a little bit cooler, maybe a little rainy, or hot and humid? I personally do not like the heat that much. It does horrible things to my hair. It makes me feel just sticky all the time, and I just prefer nice fall, breezy weather. But we cannot get out unless we traveled all over the world every time the seasons changed in order to meet our needs. But in meditation, we can allow the body to feel different things. So we can allow ourselves to feel hot or cold or warm or heavy or light. And we can do that by using our mind and just really concentrating on how the body feels. So we're going to do that today. We're going to practice that. We are going to sink back and think of how it feels to be cool, cold, how it feels to be warm and hot, how the body feels when it is light and lifted and floating and free, and how the body feels when it's heavy and weighted down. So it's a kind of interesting meditation, but hopefully you can play along and really feel those different sensations in the body. Before we begin, we will warm everything up, make sure everything is nice and loose and limber before we can settle into that space of relaxation. So go ahead and sit up tall in your chair. We'll start by breathing, of course, finding that nice posture. We're stacking our head over our heart and our heart over our hips. Make sure both feet are flat on the floor and we're not crossing at the ankles or at the knees. Everything in that nice perfect line. If you've been here before, you know the drill. So go ahead for a moment and notice your shoulders. Sometimes we are tensed up and we just always have our shoulders up here. So notice what your shoulders are like today and try to release them a little bit. Try to relax them away from your ears. Let go of some of that tension in the neck and in the shoulders. Let your hands rest on your lap or on the chair. And let's find some nice deep inhales and exhales. So that's going to be the start of our practice. Breathing, relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. So sitting up tall, we'll take that inhale starting at the navel, breathing in. And then slowly emptying the lungs, breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Fill up. And empty. Good. One more big breath. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe it out. Good. Go ahead and take those shoulders up to the ears. Crunch up as tall as you can. And then exhale and release them down. So feel the shoulder blades really moving. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, drawing down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Good, circle forward a few times and circle back a few times. This is usually the tightest and most tense part of the body, the shoulders and the back. Good, bring your hands to one side of your chair. Let's take a twist and open up that lower back a little bit. You can stay here, or if it feels good to turn and look over your shoulder to give a little stretch in the neck as well, you can go there. And then change directions, grab onto the other side of your seat and twist. Good job. Come on back to center. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and bow over the legs until you feel a nice stretch in your lower back. You can reach to the floor, to your toes, as far as you'd like to go. If you just reach a little bit, towards the knees or the shins, that's okay too. And once you feel that stretch, slowly roll it up. Good job. Let's circle a little bit, loosening up the hips, kind of like we're stirring the pot. And change directions, roll the other way. Beautiful. Come on back to center. Make sure we're nice, pulled up one more time. Deep breath in. And long, slow breath out. Good job. Hopefully you are a little bit more loosened up than from when we started. So go ahead and lose that perfect posture. Sink back in your chair. Maybe we bring the hips to the edge of the seat. Maybe we lean back. Maybe we drop the head back. So whatever feels good for you, whatever position is going to make you feel most comfortable and relaxed. Keep both feet flat on the floor, making sure the blood can flow to the toes. And once you get into that nice space where we feel relaxed and the body is loose, go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes, soften your jaw, take the teeth apart from each other in the mouth. And let your mind go blank here. Let go of all the thoughts in your mind. And concentrate on the movement of your slow, soft breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And feeling that rhythmic movement as the breath moves into the lungs and out of the lungs. Sinking in deeper and deeper. And let us begin by allowing the body to feel heavy. Allow yourself to surrender the body, going completely limp. And feel as if the bottoms of your feet were cemented into the floor. And feel as if you had huge weights on the backs of the legs. Feel as if the back of the body were carrying a ton of bricks. Feel the shoulders as if someone were standing on them. Feel your head so heavy, even if you tried, you could not pick it up. Feel as if the body were sinking deep into the ground. The body is heavy. The body is heavy. The body is heavy. You sit with this feeling of heaviness throughout the entire body for a few moments. Notice how this makes you feel. If it feels good to let go and just sink in, or if it feels uncomfortable, as if you had too much weight on you. The body is heavy. The body is heavy. The whole body is heavy. You gently begin to feel your body becoming lighter and lighter with each breath. Feel as if your body were filling up with air like a balloon. As if your head were filled with feathers like a pillow. Your arms floating. Your feet feeling as if they were just hovering over the floor. Feel as if your body were stuffed with cotton. Feel this feeling of lightness through your body. Feel so light as if your body were floating off of your chair. Imagine the body as a balloon, floating ever so gently. The whole body is light. The body is light. The whole body, light. Allow yourself to sit with this feeling of lightness for a few moments. Noticing again how this makes you feel. If you're feeling a sensation of freedom, as if there were no worries or no cares. Or if this feels uncomfortable, as if you were going to float away, coming out of the body. The body is light. The body is light. The body is light. As you imagine these warm summer days, begin to feel the sensation of heat. You feel as if the sun were shining down on your skin. You feel the sunshine as it hits your forehead, the bridge of your nose, the cheeks, the shoulders. Feel as if you were standing in front of a bonfire or a fireplace, the heat penetrating the skin, warming the hands, warming the feet. Allowing your whole body from the top of the head to the tips of the fingers and the toes to feel hot. And feel the heat throughout the whole body. Feel warmth on the outside of the skin. And feel the warmth internally. Allow your whole body to feel the sensation of heat. The whole body is warm. The whole body is warm. The whole body warm. And sit with this feeling of heat and warmth for a few moments. Again, noticing how this feeling of heat is making you feel. Do you feel warm and cozy and protected? Or is it an overwhelming feeling of heat and exhaustion? Allow the body to feel warm. The body is warm. The body is warm. The body is warm. Slowly begin to let your body cool down. Imagining that you are stepping into a freezer or standing outside in the snow. Feel the cold underneath your feet. Feel the cold upon the skin. Feel the coolness in your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Feel that feeling of cold from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and your toes. Submerged in ice, frigid for a moment. The whole body is cold. The whole body is cold. The whole body cold. Feel the feeling of coldness both on the outside of the skin and internally as you breathe. Feel the cold air through the nostrils, into the lungs. And sit with this feeling of cold for a few moments. For the last time, paying attention to how this feeling makes you feel. Do we feel relief from the heat? Do we feel tight and tense as we clench the body in the cold? The whole body is cold. The whole body is cold. The whole body. The whole body. Very slowly, begin to imagine a sensation that is most comfortable for you. Coming back to that feeling of whether it's somewhere between lightness and heaviness or coldness and hot. Bring yourself back to feel most comfortable in your own skin. If it feels good to be light, then stay light. If it feels good to be warm, then become warm. Allow your body to feel comfortable. The whole body is comfortable. The whole body is comfortable. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And sit with this feeling of complete comfort for a few more moments as you breathe. Continue to relax the thoughts in your mind and concentrate on your breath. Your whole body is comfortable. Your whole body is comfortable. You are sitting in complete comfort. And take a few more breaths here. And then very slowly begin to awaken the senses once more. Wiggling your fingers to wake up the hands. Wiggling your toes in your shoes to wake up the feet. Letting your head gently rock from side to side as we loosen up the neck and any tension that might still be hanging around. Once you feel ready to come out of this complete feeling of comfiness, go ahead and start to sit back up in your chair nice and tall. Take your time, no hurry. Sitting up tall, once again finding that nice posture in the body. And together, let's take another deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. Sometimes we need to feel things we can normally not feel, or feel things when it's not the right time to feel them, to feel cold when it's actually hot, and vice versa. And sometimes we don't have the means to make ourselves warm if we're cold. We don't have a jacket or a blanket or a hat. But if we close our eyes and begin to breathe very deeply, using the warmth of the breath, we can warm the body internally to make ourselves feel warmer. Same goes when we're feeling a little too hot and we don't have a fan or a cold drink or anything to cool us down. If we close our eyes and think of something cold and cool, we can start to feel that sensation and take that overwhelming feeling of heat away from us. If we're feeling heavy in life, like everything is weighing on our shoulders, we can close our eyes and feel that freedom of lightness, of letting go, They're floating away. And if we're feeling a little too out of whack, like we're all over the place and about to set sail someplace where we need to be more grounded, we can bring on that sensation of heaviness to bring us back into that space where we do feel connected and grounded. Hopefully today you were able to go through those different senses in the body, the heat, the cold, the heaviness, the lightness. And to really get how it makes you feel. For everybody, it's going to feel different. Some things that might feel good to one person might not feel good to someone else, and vice versa. So find what feels good for you and practice that every day. Practice the breath, slow or fast, through the nose or through the mouth. It doesn't matter. It's what's best for you and what makes you feel good. Hopefully, meditation in general makes you feel good every day, even if it's just for the short minutes that we are together. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I will see you again next week. Have a great day.